toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Gamecocks will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Snags a quick pass on the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got enough for the first down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They're going to ride this running back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. A designed run for the quarterback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Huskers in the hurry-up. Third down play from the gun. Bring in the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
It's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
This crowd From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. You start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously, some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude.
Offense couldn't get anything going in rhythm there. They're just trying to give themselves some space. Couldn't come up with a completion on 3rd down. Looks like they're going to be punting.
The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds.
These specialists and these return specialists, they got speed for days. But you better hang on to the football. I know you want to make big plays, those splash plays that can change games, but you better secure the football first.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you got to catch.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Speeding down the left side. Running inside the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They're on the board first here in the season opener. What about the speed of that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From the gun, the running back has it. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25.
Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses.
Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pucks it out of the air. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
And you just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Right on target this time. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Wants to throw again. They go to the wide receiver screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Cornhuskers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, the ground game. Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
What a fantastic play there from the linebacker position. You think about guys like Trev Alberts, Levante David, some of the Nebraska greats playing the linebacker spot. Those guys were able to run. And because of that, they could get to the quarterback when blitzing. This guy with his speed is a guy that they need to deploy time and time again getting after the quarterback. He's got some wheels.
He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. Catches it at the 30. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. They'll move the tight end. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. A 3rd down try for the offense. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down.
To the line, to the line.
Gives it to the back on the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
On that last 3rd down play, if you're going to go draw, the quarterback's got to do a better job selling pass. I think he was just a little bit too quick getting the ball to the running back, and now here we are, 4th down.
And the Huskers send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. And the coverage team gets to return her on the ground. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and the defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Caught close to the marker, it's Thomas. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
The Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Motion from the wideout. He'll ride his man on the option. Well, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And when you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out when the defense does a really good job playing assignment football, man on a man. I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell. Had the running back taken care of, too. Nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Jamison. There he goes. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Gamecocks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coffee. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Keeps looking downfield. Trying to make magic with his feet. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Got enough space. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Gamecocks are threatening on 1st and goal. The running back has it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to run it in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and if you go big, I'm going big. I'm going to bring in extra defensive linemen. I'm going to bring in my big physical linebackers. I'm expecting run. This is what they've done. This is what you do on this part of the field, so I'm going to play aggressive on defense.
Play action. Buys a little time. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Dances away. Oh, what a move. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Gonna run it. It's Jamison. And the runner is down, and so is the flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. First down, 10 yards to go. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. And they get him on the ground. They get the turnover, they get a chunk of yards, and they are in business.
And how about the defense here? Oftentimes in these 2-minute type situations, you're just sort of in this prevent mode. You're trying to force the opponent to kick a field goal and not score a touchdown, but they're still being aggressive. They're out there still trying to make plays, and how about that effort creating the takeaway?
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he's got some space. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Gamecocks just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Running back searching for a hole. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Fires into the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. starts from their own 25-yard line. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Huskers headed quickly to the line. To the air on first down. He'll pull it down and run.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play, but I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, ooh, if you get up now, you dang sure going to feel them later.
The Cornhuskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Fires complete on the crosser. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Huskers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Trying to impose their will with the run. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's second and long. They'll try the run. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Gamecocks are on the move. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Unloads to the right. He makes a catch. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Otis. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Trying to slam in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You've got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. Don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
They want to run this quarterback. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
28, Nebraska, 7.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one they had to have a plan for one of the best receivers in the country, so they're double covering him. You can't do anything else, and still they can't prevent this guy from making the catch and getting the first down.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
The Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got a man, it's Jamison. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Cornhuskers want to pick up the tempo.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Looking to buy time. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes the grab. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. And the Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going for it all. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And that is elite 3rd down defense. First of all, you get him in 3rd and long, and then you look to the go-to guy. Jesse, I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard, 3rd in California, to convert that. Doesn't matter how good your receiver is, and this dude's obviously one of the...
Breaks into the open. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
Nebraska, 7.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Handoff from the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They'll leave it with him. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
The Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. There he goes. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
And your number one goal when you blitz is to get to the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. And they didn't do it. They didn't get home. Quarterback had a little bit too much time. You could tell, felt too comfortable. He didn't get a hit on it.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides to back and leaves it. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Back to pass on second down. With the catch, it's Terry. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The Cornhuskers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Direct snap. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Going to swing it on second down. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Wide receiver comes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
To the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13.
They got a lot of trust in this running back on these big downs to go find a way to get it done. On that fourth down, that is a huge play in this game, and he delivers for his team.
And the Huskers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Off play action on first down. He's got it on the move. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The Huskers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Using his legs, it's Jamison. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. From the gun. Give on the inside. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got